Hola. Hola. Estamos aquí esperando en la nueva tienda de Fortnite. Bueno, pues nada, estamos aquí esperando la nueva tienda de Fortnite. Pues nada, vamos a estar jugando unas partiditas y de todo. ¿Se me oye bien? ¿Se me oye bien? Sí. Se me oye genial. Anda, una persona en directo. Una personita en directo. Pares. Me gusta esta. Es muy guay. A ver, es que está muy fea y tal. No me gusta y tal el estilo que le dieron a la gata. Está muy chula. Uf, por urgencias. Ahora calla que estoy así en directo. ¡Ah! Vamos, vamos. En este directo llegamos al nivel 100, chicos. Y si vais a hablar, saludar a mis suscriptores. Muy guapos, bellísimos, que los amo con todo mi corazón. ¿Que sale un nuevo modo de juego? Bueno, luego jugaremos. Kiri Angel quiere tenerme y no puede. Joder, que peso yo, Fabián. Cago bien los cascos. Hola, hola. Hola, hola.
Me dice hoy.
Hola, hola.
Me dice hoy.
puesto en plan la skin de Nubi. No sé, porque me ha gustado y tal. Lo que viene siendo... Ponerme la skin de Nubi y tal. Tengo ganas de tener las partidas privadas solo para jugar con vosotros, chicos. Porque os estoy como el anuncio, papá, no nos podemos ir, estoy in love con esta casa. Pues yo estoy in love pero con mis suscriptores. ¡Ay! Que eso quita 99 de daño. Depende de lo cerca que estás. ¡Qué guay! Todo el mundo tiene... Zaira, todo el mundo tiene la campanilla. Si no la tienes no puedes hablar. Que si no tienes la campanilla no puedes hablar. No. ¿A que no, papá?
Leo.
A que si no tienes aire a la campanilla no puedo hablar. O sea que será yo tener este coche en verdad. El Lambor. Me pregunto, ¿por qué los directos irán más atrasados? ¿Qué me tiraste? Fua, una goma de la boca. ¡Dios! El chile a mí me dispara. Que me duele este brazo. Me mareo hasta yo. ¿Qué cojones? 60, de todos los tiros que di solo 60. A la 49. Y luego dice que no, y luego dice que no engorda cuando lo cogemos en el yo, pero cuando lo coges tú. Joder. ¡Ah! ¡Qué susto! madre, el padre, el hijo, el hermano, el primo, la prima, la cuñada, el cuñado, el hermano, la madre, la madre del padre, el padre del padre, la madre de la madre y el padre y el padre de la madre. Vamos, ahí está hasta Jesucristo. ¡Que te calles! ¡Vale! ¡Ya lo sabemos! Tonta eres, por Dios. Tío, que te parió, mamá. Lo que pasa cuando te esfuerzas, te suda la gota para llegar a nivel 100 y luego no llegas. Que acabo partiendo el móvil. Si oíste fondo alguna risita así, tío, de todo, es mi hermana escuchando música y tal. ¡Vamos! ¡Nivel 100! ¡Ok! Vamos, sin preocupación. Esta es mi reacción al llegar a nivel 100. Cuando no estoy en directo de todo, ahora es que tampoco son unas horas de por la noche. Gorro, ¿sabes? Venga, vamos a salirnos. Ya he vuelto. Dios, estoy muy orgulloso. Madre mía. Y adivinar la primera skin. A ver, esta está mamadona. Pero la primera, la skin más chula que tengo. Esta, pero esta es mamadona. ¡Oh! ¡Qué guapa! A ver si me da suerte. No, esto no quiero.
Oye.
El que faltaba.
Leo.
Uf, por poco lo que viene siendo. Hago esto y hago. Adiós. Hola, amigo. Mira, están todos en la gran pantalla. Chicos, qué guapa está esa skin, ponerme en los comentarios si está guapa y eso. Ay, por cierto, no os olvidéis de suscribiros, activar la campanita y darle like para no perderos ninguno de mis videos. Mierda. ¡Calla, paso! Venga. Madre mía, la más lenta del mundo.
But P-God shuts that out. He puts the fire out.
Shuts it out quick. That was such a good, quick flick with the charge shotgun too. That's a hard shot. If you just watched and you missed what happened there, the other player crash padded straight into the back of the box. P-God didn't see the player coming through because the builds were breaking, and then just split-second reaction charge shotgun shot. And P-God's now got 3 eliminations on the board coming into game with the peppers as well. So he's got that extra ability to maybe make that next rotate. You touched on it just then, Mister. He doesn't really exactly go for the safe rotate. He'll go up against players and back himself just like that. And now he's getting Storm Surge back. He's getting his damage on the board as we still have Storm Surge active right now. There is still 1 player getting hit by Storm Surge in this lobby as 71 players are still alive.
I just want to say that is probably the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen a ridiculous shot like that come out of P-God. Here's Skittles finding himself a nice little ridiculous elim onto Avery, who was so lit up on the run from an opponent. And although Skittles may not be able to grab the rewards of Avery's loot there, it's going to be Rubified as we're It's okay, he's got a nice 3 points to work with here. Let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, 75 players being, or less than 75 players in the lobby now is going to reward the first points. Placement points are divvied out as players go down. And just like that, now Skittle has 2. So this is a nice step in the right direction here. The EU FNCS Grand Finals is any indicator, though, to how you want to play, how many points you want to average to take home a victory. You're going to need anywhere from 8 to about 10 around on average to be the FNCS champion of the region.
That is such a tall ask. 8 to 10 points every game for 6 games. And you're battling out with 99 of the other best players in your region. Just showing these players are a whole nother level. 30.
Vaya pedazo.
NRG clicks fall. Someone who has a lot of pressure on them here today. A lot of expectations going down with 1 placement point on the board. Don't know if he got an elimination. We didn't see him in the feed, but just the unfortunate misplay there of going up against that wall that Justice does own, and he just has to hit that window edit and go straight through. Justice now knowing there's another player behind his other wall, so Justice in a really congested spot, as you're seeing in the bottom right of that mini-map, about 6 or 7 players all on top of each other, and Bucky being one of them, so pretty scary spot to be in.
Bucky, one of the scariest players, one of the hottest profiles across all game modes. Doesn't matter where you place him, team-based, squad-based, solo-based, he performs, he shows up. Smack, though, is going to be lighting up the feed right now, find himself his own point. Here's D-Roller. D-Roller, one of those few key individuals that once he gets going, he can definitely start to play off of that momentum. We know him to be a fragger. I want to say during the FNCS invitation, he was breaking records on his streak on up to those grand finals as well. So, he's a player that lately has been somewhat dormant. But it shows that, hey, when he turns on big, and he doesn't look back. Right now, though, Ozzy, what I'm paying attention to is the zone and how many players are starting to migrate nice and early. This is only becoming more and more stacked.
Blanco, que chicos, me voy a ir a comprar aquí cositas. Ir esto como que no durará tanto. Luego si eso por la mañana ya haré como un vídeo dando una buena. Yo no la voy a ver. Venga, vamos a por uno. Bueno, ya. Y ahora quiero ver esta, lo que es el Pues nada, yo iba a hacer un directo tranquilamente sobre la tienda de YouTube y para nada, no os lo juro, para nada me esperaba este evento, Ha sido evento sorpresa. Yo creo que ya tengo todas las skins del pase, ¿verdad? Sí. En plan, la que me gustaría tener, todos los que hay aquí. Me gustaría tenerlos. Y la skin de mi gato. Ay,
really good. Needs to try and kind of find some way to get back into this one a little bit more. He's on the bottom side, the rotating zone. He's going to go back through the woods, through all that tree cover. So not sure if he's going to be able to find his way back down on the low ground. As Illis looking much better with 5 crash pads and 1 launch pad.
Here it is, though. Wide shot giving you guys who's in the game. I see Bully, I see Aspect still alive, Illis still alive as well, and Illis is going to be running right through Pose here, who's on the other side of the wall. He's going to go in and crash pad his way in. That's going to be a major impact frag. Impact elimination for Illis. That's going to recap, refresh his material count as well, as the entire lobby now is looking to scramble across here. But Illis is still firing up. He's going to catch back on the movement now as well. Great layer change though. He's going to move himself up, setting up the teak pad to try and get out here. He's got the crash pad ready to go. He's thinking about it though, still waiting his time. He doesn't have to do it too early. Not this time around. Now he's just going to zone actually pop himself. On high ground though, Doug's going to go ahead and lose it to someone launch padding up above. And Ozzy, things are getting super interesting here. P-God is down to 20 HP. He cannot afford to play with the zone, but he's gathering placement points as the cuts keeps ticking.
He's got to make something happen. He knows the player's above him. He's trying to bait him to drop down.
¿Cómo que
Yo también soy un rapero. Mira, como rapeo. ¿Alguien me explica por qué? No, no se puede tapar la granada.
Has that shockwave launch. You want to know who had it? Picked him on height, and now he's looking to keep fighting it up for his life though. On the other side, it was still up there as well. And now we have Coop down on the low ground, really tearing it up. 4 eliminations for Coop. Someone's got him backed out against the Storm though. He's going to take the fight. He's going to step in, and yes, he catches another one. That's going to be the 5th elimination now. He's still very much in the game. I'm seeing Ronaldo. I'm seeing Dub still here. Blake's still alive. Jace fighting his way up the high ground as well.
He's coming down and it's 6 players alive right now. Big names. Who's who of this one? Blake trying to have a big performance here. 4 eliminations, 44, up again. I have to think he has one of the better mat advantages right now. Only 23 builds this late in the game. The zone is about to close out. That is very good as Ronaldo happy to skirt the storm. Coop takes down Jay. Ronaldo must have blocks. He does. Can he come back in? Can he make a play? Illis, Dubs, Blake putting the pressure down onto Dubs. He gets the elimination. 4 players left. Blake has the high ground. This could be his game. This could be everything to start off the tournament for Blake. He has all the advantages. It's a 1v1. It's Blake versus Illis. Can Blake close it out? Can he jump up and have the huge game 1 performance? Illis can't get up the hill. He can't all the advantage. Blake has to win this one. Illis down in zone. All Blake has to do is wait this one out and just hold it. He's going to be the game 1 winner of the NA East FNCS Grand Finals. Blake takes it away with 6 eliminations and 20 points on the board.
Did that so textbook as well, just holding that high. He knew he had it once Illis slipped down the mountain. Hats off to Ronaldo though, who got top 3 as well. What a big game for our competitors there coming into game number 1. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be sending it over to the boys at the analyst table to break it all down for us. That was a great game 1 and a great showing for the opening here at the FNCS Grand Final.
No, qué feo.
A
vosotros os gustará, pero para mí son feos.
We're here with Sundown. We break down some of the action. I gotta say, Sundown, the old guard and NA have all been falling, and it's
Puro
very
besito, por la cuarentena no puede.
that we do see Blake.
Y yo aquí bailando.
Literally exact same play out here. We have 2 players walking in that final 1 with 5 eliminations. The one person that wins that 4 point swing to start the day.
And ends up pushing up to a 20-point.
Mira, seguramente aquel chaval que tengo aquí al lado. Es lo de aquí. Claro, porque aquí no puedo correr. Como el bote
For a while, Ronaldo pushing from the top, and Dubs also making it towards the end. And Illis finally falling to hold it.
Igualmente, es
Illis
inglés.
a little bit of that. Blake in first right now, Illis in second. Coop in third. Palazzo, Khan rounding out fourth and fifth. Fishy, Cozy, Skittles, and then Dubs and Ronaldo will be the top 10. But notice everyone fifth, 10th.
Ole por el chaval que quedó el número 1. Un aplauso para él. Un aplauso para él. Desde México. Será eso que la flota. Ah, no, que... Bravo. Bravo por el que ganó la partida. Y por el que ganó de eso. Mira los kills. Ahí están.
I feel like this first one's fine, right? Like we have some points on the board, that's okay. Now we're gonna go forward. How do they have to kind of self grand finals and what they need to do to ensure themselves making it into the top placement as I guess as high up along the placement as possible.
Yeah, the goal is to be able to convert off of this first game. We kind of talked about
Mira, eso que tuviera que elegir quién era más guapo.
The first of it, you really kind of want to keep yourself established early, because whoever gets out to that league is going to start running it. And if you fall before you getting that first
detrás también se
hard
ven.
to establish
Pero por
yourself
detrás no
in
hay
the
compañeros.
and get the game.
Luego,
Absolutely, man.
plan.
Here we go. We're gonna take a look at some
Playa
of them. I
tranquila.
mean, how, you know,
Yo siempre hay
honest
otra.
still for a
Anda.
look, guys, I'm gonna make some stuff happen, but couldn't get the footing you're talking about here in the first game.
Yeah, same thing
¡Ole!
happening to
Madre mía,
Getting
madre mía,
on
madre mía.
all of these players, they're all on the edge of zone, rotating right around the
Por el
timer
gato
with
va a
everyone
dormir la
else.
cabeza y
They're
lo va a
not
regar.
establishing control over their space, but all of a sudden, all of these other
No
names
que por el
go
gato,
down,
porque
and you
está
get an
solo
opportunity
son
to
2
step
días
up.
con el
And
móvil.
notice here how Blake had zero mats. He had
A
next
ver,
to
espera.
nothing there.
Pero
Nothing for it
ah,
again. And he chained together these impact eliminations. Those third and fourth elims, he doesn't get those. He doesn't turn this into a more. He doesn't create a victory royale. He doesn't have 20 points in the lead. But because he's able to get those elims and then had the harpoon to be able to get the loot and turned it into another one, he maintains the high ground control. And as the circle moves back over the course of the mountain, he gets the elimination onto Illust as well. And again, we go back to his first 2
Luego que va a
eliminations. We
pasar
talked
un
about
poco
the
para la
third and
cama.
fourth ones being so key. He had nothing in those early ones as well. You saw his loadout and you saw his mats. He had to push forward and he had to find them. So all of a sudden we talk about how every one of those little interactions matter. He shows 6 different key ones, but particularly the first 4 changed the course of his game. And it wasn't a traditional route that we've seen in solos to a victory royale, but a
esto más
very
bien
well
es un
executed.
directo no esperando la nueva tienda de
I mean,
Fortnite.
let's
Más
be
bien
honest,
es un
this is all
directo
we're talking
viendo
about,
la
right? They know
gran
how to play the
pantalla.
game. They have the time, they have all of the
Aunque
hours
más grande la
dedicated
pantalla
to
es
playing
esta.
and having
Aquí
kind
este
of
sí que
owning
es
that
grande.
mechanical prowess.
Podrían ser aquí
And now
los,
it's just
aquí
kind
solo
of
con
falling
10.
back on that, right? And that's what led Blake to the win here. And I gotta know, like, I think the biggest question for me is like, look back at EU game 1, right? We see Flois comes out strong, same way, 20 points, then fizzles. Do we think that could happen here for Blake?
So that's been the story of a lot of what we've seen on broadcasts going through. It's really difficult for players to kind of convert right away. One, you immediately draw attention to you. Everyone else in the lobby is looking to see that name when you go down. They're going to try and probably hawk your drop spot in your route.
Me he emocionado,
Just a
vamos,
little bit
con las
extra, maybe see if they
construcciones.
can't throw some
A mí
shots
me
over there.
humillan,
As we saw
Como me
Kaila's
encuentro
do
en un
face
taco
off
así,
match number
en
6
un
in
directo o
Europe.
algo,
If
vamos,
you're able
es que
to
me
shut
muero.
somebody down, then all of a sudden it's anybody's
Déjame
race.
verte tu cara.
However, which we haven't seen in a
Ok, no
while,
vale.
is somebody be able to rack off those back-to-back games we saw in Europe just last week, and you're able to build out a substantial lead. However, today, I don't think just a lead is going to be enough. It's consistent.
Qué susto,
and it's
por
going to take
Dios.
one huge effort for
Ay,
somebody to separate them. And 6 seasons in victory
Avengers
now,
beta.
that's about average. Like we've said, it's around 18 to 20 points
No
for a winner is
puede.
what you can basically pencil in every
Bájale, no te
I mean, that's all it takes, right? Just a handful. And you said it best at the beginning of the show. It's like just being able to stamp your name there and say, look, it doesn't matter what's happening here. You guys are going to play the game I want to play because I know how to do this. I've been in situations like this in the past. That's why I'm here in the first place. And that's why we're all here in the first place.
Ay, la,
I need to be able to make a
la
statement
primera
and say,
persona que
I'm
viene en
gonna be a
directo
winner.
igual
You're going to play my game.
era
You're
yo con
gonna
el
step away
móvil,
from me, and
con
I'm
mi
gonna just
móvil,
pull
vamos,
ahead.
porque tenía
We
que
have
ver
to
el
see if
directo,
that's
porque
what
me
happens
daban
here
algo,
for Blake.
porque me daban
Very
un,
strong
porque
showing. Now we do
para
have 5
tal,
games
pero
left
para
to
ver
go
si,
to crown an
pues,
FNCS
bueno, eso,
champion.
lo tenía ahí
With all that being said,
aburrida para ver
we're ready
vídeos
to
y
hop
tal,
back into games.
y
Let's
me
send it
puse a
over
ver
to our
directo,
casters. Awesome.
pero se me apagó el móvil sin batería y tal, y ahora mira,
For the
ya
day.
que se me en directo.
Thank you, Zeke. Thank you, Sundown, for the great breakdowns and, of course, keeping us dialed in with the competition and the action here. It's game number 2 here at the NA East Grand Finals table. We're here to eat. We're here to see a lot go down right now. Ozzy, take a look at this battle map. What's standing out to you right now?
Madre mía, la autoridad, hombre, esa no tiene ni gente ni nada.
Yeah, 4 players, sweaty stands. I'm seeing 3 players
Oye.
at Yacht as well as looking a bit hefty. So trying to look for
Anda,
spaces that are a
pues
little bit
anda,
congested.
anda.
Obviously coming into grand finals, these
Madre
players
mía,
knew where
madre
everyone was
mía.
dropping. They quite
Madre
often
mía,
know
la
a lot of
gente
these
que hay.
big names have their drop spots that everyone
Pero
knows
¿cómo
they
hay-
go to.
cómo hay así de
Looking still pretty
gente?
spread out. We've got 3 of
Mira,
authority, not too
yo el
many
único
at
lugar,
caddy. That
si
2 at
cae-
caddy is looking so
caería
good to me. Both those players
el
in
último
such a
lugar
good position.
donde había
And I was
solo
going
una
to comment
persona.
last game. I was talking about who ends up with the caddy launcher.
No
Is
se
it someone
puede
who's not
conseguir.
used to having it? And it was polarized. Polarized has been going caddy, so I have to think that Polarized managed to hunt
Me voy a la
down Cody
playa.
and take him out with the caddy loot and get it back into his own hands. We didn't get to see it, so I'm not 100% sure, but to see Blake already here at pleasure, which means he's also near.
Hora novia. Dios, esto es lo que me gusta de las horas.
Ahora me ducho y tal y se me quita
Went
ya.
down. We'll see how Caddy's launcher plays its factor into this
Soy
game here.
Spider-Man.
On the other
He
hand,
venido
though,
para
we have a
suscribirte.
battle breaking out, and there's a big group of Marauders on the bridge looking to play
Spider-Man.
spoiler here.
Spider-Man.
Part of this fight.
A mí me
You can hear the shots going off. They're just ringing.
Yeah,
I
yo
think they
creo
have
que
to
este
focus
lo
on the
está
player on the run right now. And yes, Prickly Boy's looking for the big shot. No, he's not going to find it. But my gosh, those are some great AR follow-ups.
Those are some really good AR follows with a gray burst rifle. That's a hard weapon to do that much damage with. 20 damage a bullet, but it shoots 2 at a time. It's very hard to connect 2 shots back to back with it as well. Doesn't have that extra scope on it like the epic and legendary variants do. As Prickly Boy is really pushing this one. He is going aggressive. He has 0 points on the board. We saw him go down last game. He wants to try and prove us wrong, show that he can win these fights as he drops in here and no, never mind. He's going to show us that he's going to lose again, unfortunately. Prickly Boy, fan favorite. I'm cheering him on, but he goes down to Nobu Tragics, who is on 8 points, having a much better day today.
Absolutely. Great defense. Plays that quick reverse card. He says, not me. It's going to be you who gets taken out this time around. And that was against all odds. Let's not forget, he was hit for white damage. No shield in that battle. On Frenzy Farms, though, outside of risky reels, it looks like we have a little bit of engagement going down. It's Bucky. We saw Bucky go down before, and oh my gosh, he's going to make quick work or simple with a better angle there on the battle. You can see 31 of the current players also competed in the FNCS Invitational Finals. That was the most recent major solo competition hosted by Epic, the official Fortnite competition that has most recently occurred. So 31 players cross over into the grand finals this time around. That is ridiculous. That is so consistent.
Yeah, in what is one of the hardest formats to be consistent. We've seen it already today. One hunting rifle shot, just one mistake can end everything. Trios, at least if your teammates can back you up, maybe they can get the revive off, you kind of have a chance to go ahead with it. But solos, it's very hard to be that consistent, but some of these players make it look easy. You've got Kanadani, you've got Stretch, you've got Booger, you've got Dubs, you've got players who have been at the top of their solo game since even before World Cup. We talked about how Aspect's even back here today, so there's definitely players who can kind of find their groove, find their rhythm. As Illust, one of them, takes the hunting rifle shot onto Tabs. Illust has a really good loadout to go aggressive if he wants to. Doesn't see the crash pads above him, but he has the pepper going, has the legendary compact SMG, something we haven't seen too much, but this loadout's one that, I mean, I kind of lean for in a non-stack lobby, trying to just, you know, go super aggressive. You have the hunting rifle to get
Vale, ahora.
the
¿A qué será? ¿No? Yo creo que ¿qué me sigue, señora?
Vale, vamos a dejarlo mucho de esto,
Lazy Lake now being, or not having the FNCS Invitationals champ in the game right now. Pretty big for him. On your side, though, you do see the format and how it's going to play out, guys. 14 points for the see how hard, how much of a it is to even make it that far.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. That's what you normally look at when you're looking at kind of a point, and you're looking at a placement format. It's
pero no puedes tenerme. Esto es imposible por mantenerme fuerte.
when there's so many eyes on you. There's 94 people alive. There's only 5 that have gone down so far this game. So really looking for those big placement points. If you can be like Pigot and pick up some early eliminations, that's great. He did get the placement.
Que me quieres pero no puedes tenerme. Estoy imposible mantenerme fuerte. En que son estos caminos solo. Baby,
No quiero que no te entres a coger y que te comas y que te comas así que te enfermos que están malos.
Shaira, tú porque el gato haga miau, no oye que te se enferma. Porque el gato haga. Yo ser un monstruo. No me creas. Mira, mira cómo va. Mira cómo va. Pero ¿qué es lo que hace, papá? Cuando haces eso.
¿Qué? ¿Qué narizosa?
Pero a que no haya oído el gato lo que porque te saliera mala.
Estoy mala.
¿Por qué?
Porque me duele la cabeza y la barriga.
¿Y por qué? Porque el gato hace miau.
Sí.
Va, mentira. Ay, sí, que gustito el aire.
Es que tampoco el aire.
Bueno, chicos, hasta aquí el directo de hoy. Si no os queréis perder el vídeo de la nueva tienda, suscribiros, darle like y tocar la campanita para no perderos nada.
Para sí, porque la
Hasta la próxima.
Yo soy